Alrighty, so I'm a Tactical Spud, and this is basically just a video of me, I guess, ranting a little or waffling on about the whole nerf mentality in Warframe, or how there seems to be no real middle ground when things get damage reductions or accuracy reductions or fire rate. Well, you get where I'm coming from when things get nerfed. So I might say things that you don't necessarily agree with, and that's fine, but I'm still going to say them anyway. The footage, of course, is just random footage, so you can go ahead and ignore that. Now, nerfs or fixes have been happening a lot in Warframe lately, with more fixes planned soon with the dreaded multi-shot rework, which Scott has now gone and tweeted out saying that it will receive a nuclear bomb approach to fixing it, so hooray for that. That's actually a really good description to how they approach fixing things in general. They basically just blow that shit up. Like, if a rework or a balance can be approached from two different directions, you can be pretty damn sure that they will approach it from both of those at the same time. If the Volklock needs an accuracy nerf or a damage re-nerf, then fuck it, let's give it both at the same time and make it so that it shoots like an old man with cataracts. Now, I love the game, I really do, and I've played it for well over 2 years, and the developers are amazing with all of the dev streams and constantly keeping in touch with the player base and setting up the official channels and all of the early access stuff that we get added to our accounts so that we can throw out those videos a lot earlier than I guess some of you guys could, because you would then have to build them. But with all the proposed fixes and the recent nerfs on frames and weapons, it's kind of scary to think where the game will be in a year's time or what kind of direction it is heading in. This is, after all, supposed to be the year of quality, but that year is nearly up, and I think a lot of players are still waiting for the quality, because there has been a lot of nerfs or fixes to the things that we love, and there will be more nerfs to the things that we use the most in the future. Excalibur's nerf to Exalted Blade with the augments, the Volklock's damage and accuracy nerf, the Adhesive Blast augment mod received a stealth nerf that wasn't in patch notes, Greedy Pull also received a nerf as well, and these are just to name some of the more recent ones. Whether you agree with them or not, these are still nerfs. And also the proposed multi-shot rework that has the potential to fuck over so many of the weapons that we love and leave them completely useless. Players are also asking for the Sancti Tigris to get nerfed, Equinox Maim to get nerfed, Mesa in general to get nerfed, whether it's Peacemaker or whatever, I don't know. Like, the devs also saying 1 week on the dev stream that Carrier Prime is for casual scrubs, and then to go ahead and break its first real challenger. It seems a bit, well, foolish to put it bluntly. Where's our variety in companions? Kubrus are a huge letdown when you put them up against the power of the vacuum. Why not give all companions the ability to vacuum stuff up? Give us a proper choice on what sentinels we want to run with or what companions we want to run with, because right now Carrier Prime is the best option in a game where you farm for items and you don't want to miss out on any of those items. Vacuum will of course pick them up for you. And in Warframe we have always had to grind and grind to make and get weapons and frames, but if these weapons show any real sign of becoming powerful or a little bit overpowered once you've gone and sunken multiple forma into them, then are we now to expect to see these things get destroyed by the nerf bomb? Because it's happened to a lot of weapons in the past. Isn't that the whole point of forma in the first place? To maximise the output of our weapons and frames, to realise their full potential. There is a lot of unanswered questions. Why should we forma a weapon at all if 2 months down the line it's going to get nerfed and killed off? Is it done so that we will keep grinding and keep playing the game in search of another weapon to put forma on because you've just destroyed the one that we had 5 forma on previously? Why do we not get refunded the catalyst and forma that we have just spent on of these weapons that we didn't break and that we didn't decide it needs a fix? Because if you've played the game long enough, you might remember weapons in the past that got fixes as well, like the Flux Rifle or the Acrid. At one time, both of these weapons were amazing. Many players had sunk multiple forma into these, but they received the Digital Extremes fix and now they gather dust on our ships, and we mention them from time to time to reminisce about how awesome they once were. And will the Sancti Tigris now suffer the same fate that all of these bellends on the Warframe forums are asking for? The forums, in my opinion, are the vocal minority in this game, but they are the group that's vocal, and the larger part of the player base don't go anywhere near the forums or create posts on it. But if you go ahead and jump onto the forums and type Nerf into the search bar and look at the dates created on each of those posts, and look how many of them there are and how frequent they are. Nerf this and Nerf that threads are everywhere. It's a bit bloody ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying that my opinion matters either. In fact, I'm pretty sure Digital Extremes gives zero fucks about anything I have to say, regardless of the size of my subscriber base. Because I'm not like some of the other official channels, and I'm not in the habit of kissing ass just for the sake of being a good little boy. And I'm pretty sure I get hate for this video, which is fine. I can deal with that pretty damn easily. I'll go out and I'll get drunk, and then I'll have some pugilistic combat with the badger in the backyard, and then I'll wake up tomorrow and everything will be grand. Maybe the forums is actually the true end game in Warframe, I don't know, but the opinions on the forums are what seem to matter to Digital Extremes. This is where a lot of the problems, in my opinion, stem from. People demand things to get nerfed on the forums, and if enough people agree with them or make similar posts, then that weapon or frame will get nerfed. But let's be honest, if this so-called balancing or fixing of weapons and frames in the game is in turn taking the fun out of it, then is it worth it? Its core game is PvE after all, and not PvP. If a player goes ahead and sinks loads of Forma and hours into a frame or a weapon, and you go ahead and destroy it with a knee-jerk reaction to fixing them just because of forum posts, then why should they return to play Warframe when they could easily play a different game for the same amount of hours and have fun in it as well? Why should the rest of us bother with Forma? Get rid of Forma from the game, remove the fucking things. In my opinion, it's a broken mechanic anyway. Why not just give us some kind of prestige system for weapons that require no Forma whatsoever? Leveling a weapon or frame to level 30, hit that prestige button or whatever you want to call it instead of prestige. This will allow us to add a polarity of choice onto that weapon or frame and save us the build time and components needed to build a Forma. That way, when the weapon or frame eventually gets nerfed, we haven't lost a Forma or 6 in the process. Like I said, Forma in my opinion is a broken mechanic, it really is, but you can buy it for platinum in the store, so it's probably not going to be removed from the game. As of right now, Warframe is a game that you have to play and enjoy for today, because tomorrow your favourite item might very well be fixed with a tactical nuke. Share your thoughts on the way fixes get approached in the game and what you think of all these changes in this so-called year of quality. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.